Well, good morning. Happy Friday. How's everyone doing today? So whether you're joining me live today or you're seeing this on your schedule, on your own time, it is Friday morning. I'm already hydrating today. So happy Friday. I actually have had a very, very hectic morning. Excuse me, already this morning. And there came a time when I actually was like, I just want to go back to bed. I don't want to do anything. And it's been a comedy of errors this morning for me this morning. And I realized, you know what happened? I've been rushing through everything. I'm trying to do something. And if I would just take my time, take a step back, breathe, you know what? Life would actually be okay. So what happens when things get crazy? Because in our world, things do get crazy. Think about if you have a job, hopefully a lot of you have jobs. Think about if you have a job in corporate America. Everything is always a crisis. Everything is always an emergency. Everything is always deadline oriented, and sometimes we rush. So even in those moments, I find that I can just kind of like make a silly mistake, right? You forget a comma or something and it becomes like a tragedy. That's happened to me sometimes in some jobs. So I've had a comedy of errors this morning. My Friday morning has not gone the way that I've wanted it to. So I am going to reset this morning with you. So I hope you enjoyed this little easier reset. And just kind of coming back to everything. So as always, if you want music to practice with, you can put your music on your favorite playlist behind you. And when you're ready, I'll give you a second to find your playlist, hit play. Maybe shut the door so people leave you alone for the next 15, 20 minutes. And then we come into a nice, comfortable seated position and just kind of maybe move around today. Notice how you're feeling. Maybe roll the shoulders. Maybe give your neck a few neck rolls. And just kind of coming into this quiet moment. As I realize my brain is still moving. My brain is like, you forgot your microphone again. So this is what happens when we're on live TV. So live YouTube TV. But let's gently come into a nice, comfortable seated position. Let's take a deep inhale in through our nose. Exhale it through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Last one, taking a deep inhale in through your nose. Exhale through your mouth. Maybe gently closing your eyes, bringing your attention inward. Closing our eyes not to hide from the world, but we're simply closing our eyes to bring our attention inward. Giving ourselves a chance to step away from the distractions, step away from the busyness. And then just simply allow your mind to settle. Not forcing it to settle, but just allow it to settle. Think about a snow globe. When you shake up the snow globe, the snow is all moving, it's all moving, it's moving. And then when you stop, it doesn't just stop, it settles down. Take one more deep inhale in. And exhale. Let's take another deep inhale in. As you exhale, let's gently start to fold forward. And you're absolutely welcome to keep your eyes closed, or maybe you'd like to open your eyes as you start to make your little hip circles, just moving your hips in whatever direction you want to. We all have a dominant side. And earlier this week, I took a yoga practice, and the teacher, his name was Craig, he said, imagine you have a pole right in the center and you're moving your spine around the pole. Just getting that movement in, and when you're ready, you can go to the other side. Opening up those hips, getting ready for your weekend. As we gently come to stillness, we're going to bring the feet right in front of us with our knees bent, and just start to windshield wiper your knees back and forth. Start to open up those hips a little bit. If this is your first bit of movement this morning, your hips get tight when you sleep. Let's come to center. We're going to kick the right leg out, bring the left foot in to your inner thigh. Let's make sure those toes are dorsiflexed up to the sky. Let's have a nice straight spine. Take a deep inhale and reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, let's fold forward over that front leg. So maybe you're touching your toes today. Maybe it's a tight day for you, right? We have a lot of maybe softball seasons are still going on. Find where you are this morning. Take a deep inhale in, and as you exhale, breathe into what you are feeling. So allow your hips, your hamstrings, your lower back to open. And as you inhale, let's look up halfway. We're going to keep the left hand on your leg, on your right leg. And we're going to inhale the right arm all the way up. And as you exhale, bring it behind you as you look over that right shoulder, coming into a twist. As you inhale, let's bring the right arm all the way up. And as you exhale, make sure you're crossing your arms. So make that X with your arms. Take a deep inhale in. As you exhale, fold forward over that leg again, getting a nice back stretch. As you inhale, let's bring the body back up. And we'll kick our legs out. Get to the other side. So again, your left foot is going to be up and dorsiflexed to the toes. Let's inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. As you exhale, let's fold forward. Coming into a nice forward fold. And just a reminder, I see a lot of people doing this sometimes, maybe they're stretching before like an activity or something, and they'll be like, okay, here I am, I'm stretching. We want to have a nice long muscles. That's what we want to have, nice long muscles. So if you want to shorten and lengthen the muscles, take an inhale in, look up halfway. Exhale, fold forward. But don't do that constant bouncing. We want to avoid as many injuries as we can. Let's take one more deep inhale in. Exhale. Keep that right hand on your leg. Let's inhale the left arm up to the sky. Reach behind you as you look over your left shoulder, coming into a twist. Maybe you'll notice each side feels a little different. That's okay. And as you inhale, let's bring the left arm up. Make sure we're crossing our hands as you fold over, bringing that chin into your chest. Getting a nice stretch in your upper back. On your next inhale, let's bring the body up. We're going to come into our tabletop. So yogi choice, go right into whatever organic movement you need. Maybe it is a cat-cow. Maybe it's coming into a child's pose. Maybe it's more hip circles. Do whatever organic movement your body needs. Cat-cow is always a favorite. And when you're ready, we're going to step the right foot all the way back. And you can either press that heel down, or maybe you want to rock and roll. Do what feels good. You're going to take it nice and easy. So this is about slowing down. Let's gently come to stillness. We'll lift as we inhale that right leg up. And as you exhale, let's just step it over that left foot. Take a deep inhale in as you exhale. Look over your left shoulder. You're going to get a nice C-curve spine, C-curve stretch of your spine. Take an inhale in, let's lift the leg up. We're gonna bring that right knee underneath your hip. Let's stretch the left leg out. Lower the toes down. Again, you can press down into your heels, or maybe you can rock and roll. So I love doing this. This is a great Achilles stretch. And think about your Achilles. What is your Achilles heel, right? We used to hear that a lot. I'm not sure if we hear that anymore, right? But if you go back into mythology, that's where you get the heel, and there you go. That's where your power is, right? So let's check in on that Achilles. Let's inhale, lift the left foot up as you exhale. Let's cross it over that right leg. Take a deep inhale in as you exhale. Let's look over that right shoulder. Get that stretch on the other side. And of course, just breathe through this. As you inhale, let's come back to center. We're going to bring that left knee underneath your hip. Let's tuck the toes, bring your hips to your heels, and come into your downward facing dog. I know sometimes we don't feel like coming into downward dog. Maybe you're like, hey, Cindy, you said this was going to be an easy practice, but this is a great way to stretch your back, stretch the back of your body. Maybe you want to kick the legs up. Maybe you don't. Just kind of stretch what you want to stretch. See what feels good. And then we'll walk our feet to meet our hands. We'll come into that forward fold. Maybe shake things out. Maybe sway the upper half of your body over the lower half. And as you inhale, let's bend the knees. Let's reach up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. And just kind of notice how you're feeling this morning. Have you slowed down just a little bit? Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. I know I have. We're going to step our feet just a little bit wider than your hips. And let's open up those arms. Come into your 5-pointed star. So remember, as we come into our 5-pointed star, press into your feet and engage the muscles of your legs. Don't lock your knees. We want to engage the muscles of our legs up to our cores. Stretch your hands out to either side. And don't forget your head. Your head is pointing up to the sky, your star. Let's take one more deep inhale in. Exhale it out. As we take another deep inhale in, we're getting ready to fold as we hinge forward at our hips. Let's just bring that right hand down to the mat underneath your face. Lift the left arm up to the sky. Come into a twist. Take an inhale and exhale. Let's lower the hand down. Let's inhale the right arm up. Come into your twist on your other side. Let's take one more deep inhale in. Exhale, lower it down. Let's bring those heels a little bit closer into our hips. Take a deep inhale in as you exhale. Let's come into our yogi squat. Yeah, say hello to your heels, say hello to your hips. Maybe your elbows can open up those knees. And maybe you want to shift on either side. So you know I have cranky knees. My knees don't like doing the shifting, but maybe yours do. So you take one more inhale in, exhale. Let's come on down into a nice, comfortable seated position again. Maybe it's cross-legged. As we inhale, lift the arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's do one more, taking a deep inhale in. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time we're going to keep our left hand where it is. We're going to lift the right arm up to the sky. Let's bring that hand right behind your shoulder blades. Right, so if you can touch between your shoulder blades, that's exactly where we'd love you to be. Maybe it's on your neck today. We're going to lift our opposite hand. Take a deep inhale in and gently press the elbow, getting a stretch in those triceps. One more inhale in, exhale. You know what we're going to do. We're going to lower the hands down, reach the arms up to the sky. Let's bring the left hand down with that opposite hand. Just gently press on that elbow. Just noticing how this feels. Take one more inhale in. Let's lift the arms up as you exhale. Let's bring our hands down to our thighs or knees. I'm moving the fleshy part out of the way so I'm comfortable. So how do you want your day to unfold? Do you need a little bit of energy today? So we always have our hands, palms face up in a gesture of receiving the energy. Maybe you're like me and you were a little flighty this morning, kind of like a butterfly going all over the place today, or maybe a hummingbird. Maybe you need to be grounded. You can have your palms face down. Just in a gesture of grounding. And if you would like to find balance between the two, have one hand up, one hand down. You have the energy, but you're still grounded. Remember, in yoga, we like balance. Not always possible, but we try our best. Take a deep inhale in as you exhale, gently close your eyes. Listen to your breath. And when you're ready, maybe place one hand over the other, over your heart, or maybe you'd like to bring your hands in prayer as we bow our heads towards our hearts. And take a moment to think about your intention, think about your weekend, think about your day. Can you find the balance in your day? And when it gets too hectic, because sometimes our weekends do get really hectic, can you find the strength to slow down, knowing that slowing down is not a weakness? You take one more deep inhale in. Exhale, release. Thank you so much for joining me this morning. I always like to check to see who's with me this morning. But I have a thing on my computer, so I can't see. But thank you for joining me live today. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day, a wonderful, wonderful weekend. And again, if you are not on my, let me move back so you see my head. If you're not on my mailing list, please go to my website, www.yogawithcindy.com. Sign up to be on an email list. My 2027 retreat schedule has been released and everything is open so you can start planning your trips. We will be doing our winter getaway in Costa Rica in February. Once again, that's becoming a tradition now, getting away during the winter to beautiful Costa Rica. Once again, we'll be staying at the Amatierra Resort. Beautiful, you have the choices, it's perfect. You can either be in the jungle, in the mountains, or you can go to the beach. So you have your choices on what you want to do. We will be going to the Azores at the beginning of May. And then we have Skepelos in Greece the beginning of June, and our Italy retreat in Puglia got moved up to next year. So we will be doing it October of 2027. And I hope some of you can join me. I got people, there we go. We got Dawn saying good morning, see you in the morning. Awesome, I'm gonna see her, Dawn in the studio tomorrow, which is awesome. So if you have not been getting information on any of the retreats, please check out the website, yogawithcindy.com/retreats. You'll get all the information on them. I'd love to have you come out there with us, make new friends, bring new friends, and travel with us to these beautiful destinations around the world. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Make today a great one. Make the weekend a great one, and I'll see you next week. Have a great one. Bye now. Thank you, Dawn, for loving my retreats.